the architect of your fortune, building wealth with your salary. A common myth persists that to become rich, you need a massive inheritance, a lottery win, or a seven-figure salary from day one. Many believe their paycheck is a life sentence to mediocrity, a slow march of bills and compromises. This is a profound and limiting misconception. I am here to tell you that wealth is not built with giant leaps, but with consistent, intelligent steps. It's not about what you earn. It's about what you do with what you earn. Every dollar that passes through your hands is a choice to chain yourself to your present circumstances or to invest in your future freedom. Most people fritter it away on fleeting pleasures and then wonder why they remain stuck. But you can be different. You can transform your salary from a simple income into a powerful engine for wealth creation. The size of your salary is not the determining factor. The true determinants are how much you keep, how wisely you multiply it, and, most importantly, the mindset with which you manage it. Wealth is the offspring of discipline and strategy, not luck. Your salary is not a cage. It is your first and most important seed capital. Nurture it with intelligence, consistency, and vision, and it will grow into a tree that provides shade for generations. First, pay yourself. First, the unbreakable rule. The first and most non-negotiable principle is this: your money should not just live with you, it must work for you. This begins with a simple but transformative habit. Pay yourself first. Before you pay any bill, before you buy groceries, before you treat yourself, you must set aside a portion of your income. I recommend at least 10% for your future freedom. This is not money to be spent, it is money to be invested. The average person waits to see what is left at the end of the month, and unsurprisingly, there is never anything left. Money without a designated purpose evaporates. You must automate this process. Make saving a mandatory transaction, not a hopeful afterthought. When you pay yourself first, you are doing more than building wealth. You are building character. You are training your mind to live comfortably on less than you earn. And that ability is the very foundation of financial power. The power to choose to invest and to act independently. Start with 1% or 5% if you must. The amount is less important than the habit. Guard this portion as if your future depends on it, because it does. This is a contract with your future self. The persistent, consistent act of saving, like a single drop of water that eventually pierces stone, will, over time, carve a path to a life you can barely imagine today. Second, command your cash. The power of intentional budgeting. The second pillar is to become the master of your budget. This isn't about restrictive tracking or joyless spreadsheets. It is about giving every dollar a mission. If you don't tell your money where to go, it will find its way out of your pocket, often into the hands of clever marketers and advertisers. A budget is not a punishment, it is your strategic map to freedom. It is you declaring, this portion goes to my investments, this to my education, this to my necessities, and this to my well-deserved enjoyment. The problem isn't spending money, it is spending it unconsciously. The prosperous individual spends with intention, not on impulse. Live below your means, not above them. You do not need the latest gadget, the most expensive brand, or to dine out every night to be happy. What you need is the clarity that comes from knowing every financial decision is bringing you closer to your true goals. Before any purchase, ask yourself, does this add to my freedom or my dependency? Does this provide a lasting return or merely a temporary reward? Crucially, your budget must include an allocation for investing in yourself, your education, your skills, your health. This is the highest yield investment you will ever make. Knowledge is an asset that never depreciates. By being intentional with your budget, you shift from being a passive spender to an active architect of your destiny. Third, make your money multiply. The habit of investment. The third step is to put your savings to work through investment. Many believe investing is a game for the already wealthy, a dangerous misconception that keeps the middle class stagnant. The truth is, you don't need a fortune to start, you need the fortitude to start. What builds wealth is not the amount you initially invest, but the unwavering habit of investing. Today, the barriers are lower than ever. You can start with small, regular contributions to index funds, retirement accounts, or other assets. Consider this: spending 500 pesos on a fleeting experience means the money dies with that moment. Investing that same 500 pesos means it begins working for you day and night, compounding and growing while you sleep. This act transforms your identity. You are no longer just an employee, you are an investor, a builder, a capital owner. This shift in mindset will change your behavior. You will naturally begin to bypass impulsive buys and instead seek out opportunities. The rule is simple: invest a fixed percentage of your income every single month without fail. The magic of compound interest works silently in the background, turning disciplined consistency into formidable capital. Fourth, diversify your streams. The mindset of expansion. The fourth principle is to develop a mindset of expansion, not limitation. Relying on a single salary is a fragile existence. No matter how well you save and budget, one economic downturn, one corporate restructuring, and your entire financial structure can be threatened. Your salary must be a launch pad, not a ceiling. Use its stability to fund new streams of income. You have skills, monetize them through consulting or freelancing. You have knowledge, create a digital product or teach a course. You have time, build a small business. The goal is to create multiple tributaries that feed into your river of wealth. This doesn't require quitting your job. It requires intention and the courage to start small. Use your salary as seed capital for these ventures. The man with one income source is always one decision away from crisis. The man with multiple streams has built a foundation of security and options that leads to true independence. Fifth, plug the leaks. The audit of invisible expenses. The fifth strategy is to conduct a ruthless audit of your invisible expenses. These are the small recurring drains on your finances: unused subscriptions, daily impulse buys, late payment fees, and habitual spending that you barely notice. There are people who earn significant salaries but never get ahead because their wealth silently seeps away through these cracks. Your financial fortress is built not only by what you earn, but by what you stop losing. Cancel what you don't use, prepare meals at home, avoid debt that carries high interest. This is not about living in deprivation, it's about living with purpose. Every dollar saved from a useless expense is a dollar that can be deployed toward your freedom. This conscious preservation of capital is as important as its acquisition. Sixth, educate your mind, the foundation of financial intelligence. The sixth way is to invest consistently in your financial education. If you work hard, but think like someone who is poor, you will never escape that cycle. True wealth begins in the mind. You must understand the language of money, how it works, how it grows, and how to protect it. Read books, listen to podcasts, and learn from those who have already achieved what you want. You don't need a degree in economics, but you do need to understand the fundamentals of cash flow, assets, liabilities, and investment. When you educate yourself financially, you change your identity. You stop being a victim of circumstance and become the architect of your life. This knowledge grants you the ultimate luxury. Options. Seventh, heal your relationship with money. The psychology of wealth. The seventh and deeply personal step is to heal your emotional relationship with money. If you subconsciously believe that wealth is corrupt, that rich people are greedy, or that you don't deserve abundance, you will sabotage your own progress. These are often inherited beliefs from childhood. You must bring them into the light and challenge them. Money is not good or evil. It is a tool, a form of energy. It amplifies who you already are. A generous person with money becomes more generous. A responsible person has a greater impact. Learn to enjoy money without guilt, but spend it with awareness. When your heart and mind are aligned with abundance, you will stop repelling wealth and start attracting it. 8. Systemize your success. The power of automation. The eighth key is to understand that wealth grows through systems, not through sporadic effort. You need a set of non-negotiable, automated financial rules. For example, 10% is automatically transferred to savings. All bills are paid on the first. 5% goes to my education fund. These systems remove the need for constant willpower and decision-making. They create a structure of discipline that works for you even when you are tired or unmotivated. A person with a modest income and a solid system will always outperform a high earner with chaotic finances. Track your numbers, automate your savings and investments, and make your financial growth a predictable, mechanical process. Ninth, invest your time, not just your money. The ninth principle is to recognize that your free time is a form of capital. The hours spent on passive entertainment are hours not spent building your future. You must defend your time as fiercely as you defend your money. Use those hours each week to develop a skill, plan a business, or manage your investments. This is how you convert time, your most finite resource, into lasting wealth. 10th, define your why, the fuel for your journey. The 10th and most crucial step is to define with absolute clarity your purpose for wanting wealth. Having more money is not a purpose. Why do you want it? Is it to secure your family's future, to gain the freedom to travel, to support a cause you believe in, to prove to yourself that you can? This why is your anchor and your engine. It will keep you disciplined when you are tempted and persistent when you face obstacles. A man with a powerful why can endure any how. Without it, even the best strategy is empty. Your purpose transforms the pursuit of wealth from a grind into a mission, and it ensures that when you arrive, you have a rich life, not just a rich bank account. This is your path. It requires no magic, only decision, discipline, and the courage to start where you are. Your salary is the seed. You are the gardener. Now, go and build your fortune. Do subscribe.